Hey everyone, I think we're live. You never know. You never know. Let's see. Going to do a little audio test real quick. There's a little bit of a delay, for better or worse. Okay, okay. Of course, there's an ad to play to see what does it look like and what do I sound like. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there really isn't that much of an input delay or anything. So, welcome to PGN Live. That seems to be a title that is fairly popular, fairly liked, fairly well received. We'll see. Yesterday we had one of these. It was just kind of brought on at random and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time for like an hour and 17 minutes. I didn't notify anybody that, hey, this is what I'm doing today, doing tomorrow. Stay tuned. I just happened to go on. What that led to, though, was a really good conversation of why I'm doing what I'm doing and stuff like that, right? And just like that, we have first two people in the chat. Jude Kerman. What's up, Paul? What's up, Jude? Welcome. And Boo Mini. Yay, another live stream. Yes, yay, indeed, another live stream. So, we had a fun time yesterday. It was successful. Something like an hour and 17 minutes. The Ash Altar just did your poll. Cool. I can't wait to go check it out. I've been looking at them. Actually, maybe I'll do that live right now. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let me tell you what I did today. Um, Checking out this poll. And also checking out the poll on X to see what that's like. 38 votes. Okay, so on X, which I think more people have responded to so far, I asked the same question that I did here on YouTube, and that is, would you be interested in tuning in to a live stream? And I proposed something like this: Monday, video game talk; Tuesday, martial arts slash exercise session; Wednesday, life advice slash general talk; and Thursday, video game talk. That would be a 4-day a week stream. I don't know about the time of day yet. I'm aware that people tune in from all over the world, from every coast in the United States, etc. According to YouTube, it looks like more of my audience than not is in the US. So I guess I would cater a little bit of the time to trying to accommodate, all the time zones between Hawaii and New York, right? Mm. But it would be nice to get in everybody watching from all over the world, of course. Not that I'm anticipating a whole bunch of people to be watching right away, but something like that. I would like to pick some times that work well. And then the split, I chose to have video game talk go twice because online, that's what I'm most known for, is talking video games. I started doing online work for gamers.com back in May of 2001. Gosh, long time ago. Yeah. So 24 years plus you add a couple of years earlier doing a little bit of writing thing here and there. Like over 25 years of video game writing online. Like if you looked into some kind of way back engine search machine, you could probably see early things from like 1997, 8, 9, 2000 of me with my name. I've always tagged it as Paul Gale or Paul Gale Network or something like that, of what I write. And it's almost always been gaming related stuff. Some other things like Smallville, Superman, comic book stuff, wrestling, mm, movies, yeah, martial arts, definitely. Oh, well, definitely. But gaming, right? So if you're watching this, you're probably following this YouTube channel because you like gaming and you see me on other podcasts or an occasional stream, that kind of thing, right? Um, but then also, like I said, that martial arts slash exercise, that is what I do in my regular profession. Is I teach a grip of kinesiology classes, 9 classes, 9 different courses, one club. I'm a personal trainer. I have my Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology. I'm a martial artist. I'm a fitness connoisseur. And if I had the opportunity, welcome more people. Let me see. Just did your poll. Hey, Diabolic Native. Hey, check the poll now. They all sound great. Voted Game Talk. Made me think that I'd enjoyed watching some gameplay streams. So yeah, see, so there's still a few of you in there, but welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Mm, um, where was I? Yeah, martial arts and exercise. I think that one would not be an hour, by the way. Like, what is the length of these? The video game talk on this potential Monday and Thursday kind of open and close the video game week, right? We don't get a lot of video game news, stories, articles, announcements happening on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But Monday would be a good way to kickstart the week just in case there was anything that happened over the weekend to talk about. In case anything was announced Monday morning, we could discuss it. If there's a game coming out later in the week, we could hype it up. If there's an event like PAX going on or about to happen, or a rumor that is circulating like, hey, the Comic-Con event going down this Friday is rumored to have a Zelda thing, a Mario thing, like, oh, we could talk about that on Monday, etc. Right? So you kick off the week like that. And then on Thursday, we always get our Famitsu sales report out of Japan early in the morning, like 6:30 a.m. or so, usually Pacific time. I get access to that. So Thursday would right away have something video game news to talk about, and that is the sales data coming out of Japan. Matt Piscatella, when he does his Circana report for the U.S. video game industry, you know, whenever that happens, if it's like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, well, that would be discussed on Thursday also. If it happened to be put up on a Friday, we would talk about it on Monday. So most of you here are for the video game stuff, and that's why you'd have this Monday, Thursday split, maybe an hour long stream or hour 20 minutes, hour 30 minutes. We'll see also how the conversation goes in the chat and how's all that flowing. Martial arts slash exercise, that thing I put on Tuesday, and that would be like, maybe a 15-minute little workout. You stand up or you sit down, whatever you're capable of. And for those interested, and maybe this is a smaller stream, maybe it's bigger, maybe you watch everything, maybe you are only here for one of these 3 different types of streams. It's, hey, follow me with some traditional Shotokan karate. Let me get you some jumping jacks. Pokemon fan 34. Hello, welcome. We're doing some jumping jacks, some arm circles, some light squats, a little bit of push-ups, a little bit of lunges, some punches, some blocks. If we want to go serious, and there's enough people that are like, hey, can I earn a black belt through you online? Yes, you can. Digital would be different than physical, obviously. It's never going to be quite the same being in person one-on-one, but you could be doing something productive. You could be learning something if you're interested. So like this little 15, 20 minute-ish kind of workout would be the Tuesday stream, and it would be a little bit shorter. Now, could afterwards, I'm sitting here in this hot, sweaty gi or dobak or whatever I've got on, or I take it off, change, and come back into a gaming shirt. It's just a, hey, when the martial arts streams end, it's just going to be talk about whatever. Video games, life, anything. But just know this is the martial arts slash exercise stream. So don't get your hopes up of like, I can't believe you didn't even discuss that Tuesday so and so game came out. I don't want to disappoint people showing up for this stream expecting this and to have gotten that. So they would be labeled as such. Let me see. Shocked that I'm live? Yeah. Cringe Prophet. Hello. Welcome. You know, mm, but that's the idea for like that Tuesday one. And then Wednesday, I called it on YouTube and X life advice slash general talk. If probably the popular topic of games get brought up, that could be something that we talk about, of course. But this would be the day that people could open up in the chat if you want to, and you could ask questions. And if I don't feel confident or comfortable in a question because, hey, we got another gifted membership from Boo Mini. Thank you, Boo Mini. That's so nice of you. And it went to Jude Kerman. Jude Kerman? Kerman. Kerman or Kerman? It went to Jude. So awesome to see. And thank you, Boo Mini, once again. That's super cool. Was Jude the first person in today? Yeah. Jude and Boo Mini were the first two people in today. So that was pretty fitting that Jude got it from Boo. Awesome. And that life advice and general talk day, it would be, hey, that you're not coming into this stream. Like if you're somebody else out there that randomly pops into the stream that is this dude on YouTube who's kind of known for video gaming based off his channel and the analytics and the YouTube shorts that brought me here, why is he talking and giving this person advice on hey, I recently lost a pet. Can you give me some help? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Oh, Jude, I thank you for that comment. I wish you were my professor. I appreciate it. Missed the shorts, Pokemon Fan 34. More will be back. But you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't be bummed out. Like, what the heck is this dude talking about life and philosophical advice? Like, I could care less. I'm gone. No, that is the Thursday stream. It's known for, hey, PGN Live hyphen life advice slash general talk. If it turns into a gaming discussion just because people aren't asking questions that day, that's fine. If it's a mixture, whatever, it's all good. So I think I got a decent layout of this Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, with the exception of a couple, if something comes up, my wife and I date night or something related to the kids' school going on, I don't miss the Friday night podcast. Exactly. On Mike Odyssey's YouTube channel, the Nintopics podcast. Every Friday I'm there. Like I said, with the exception of a couple throughout the year that I miss or have to leave early. Yeah, that sometimes is a thing. But that goes from typically 5:30 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, that's a 8:30 through 10 o'clock p.m. podcast on the East Coast. Exactly. And that's my Friday. Now, I was also talking with Nate recently about Nintendo Prime, about possibly having another like pre-workout stream on his channel Mondays or Tuesdays. If that is something that we sync our times in together again, then I'd be happy to do that. And if that's the case, I might end up doing a couple of martial arts streams a week, or martial arts slash fitness streams a week, because it would be like 15 minutes on my own designated one, followed by me, hey, I'm just chilling here talking. 15 minutes on Nate's right before his normal video game stream talk discussion take place. So anyhow, that's where I'm at. Yeah, Nintendo Prime is awesome. He's great. I'm looking at this poll. 56% of people who answered, doesn't mean 56% of all people, 56% of the people who answered in that poll out of 39 answered they would tune into video game talk. Cool. 3% said they would come for the martial arts and exercise. So not everyone is all like gung ho of, yeah, it sounds great to be working out on a Tuesday. 3% said they would come into life advice / general talk. So not a whole lot are also there seeking, yeah. The reason why I seeked you out online, Paul, is because I feel like you are a good source of talking about, mental health. That's also not what I'm known for on the internet, nor is that my profession necessarily. It just happens to be that over many years of being a personal trainer, being a professor, trying to do more good than not, I've ended up talking to a lot of people, heard a lot of folks' problems, been an ear more than a voice sometimes. And then I've followed people's journeys along to see how they overcame things, certain things that happened in my life that I found how to overcome. And that's why, like, not like I'm this legendary source on this topic of help and rehab and uh, therapy. That's not what I went to school for. But just, hey, if this is a friendly place that you could get a little bit of benefit from, I try to help out. Jabbo Thunder Gaming Room tour when? One of these days when I do this, hopefully within a couple of weeks, maybe it'll be a little bit of a shorter session, but I could do it on my phone. Because like taking this webcam and stuff, it's not good. It's wired, so I won't be able to walk over and show you, hey, this is this, you know what I mean? But on my phone, I could take it around. So hopefully I'll do that soon. And 38%, by the way, on this same poll said a combo of the above. So that means even though the main section, the main group say video game talk, a close second place is a combo. That means there are a good amount of people that, hey, they would do the gaming and the martial arts, the gaming and the life advice, and so forth. So I think we've got something. Can we have Peach? Yes. So I think at the very least, Peach would be good for life advice / general talk day, because then I could have Peach here and she could be calm and give good vibes to the audience, because it would be a little bit of a more intimate stream, perhaps talking about some real stuff maybe. And if this space doesn't do it for you in terms of boosting your mood, how could you turn down a cute little pug, right? You know what I mean? So Peach would do you some good. So Peach would be here. Gaming Mariner, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Joyce J, hello. How you doing? Chris Lanzer, hello. Does Peach give good advice? Peach does give good advice. She's crazy though. She's crazy. But she does good advice. She gives good advice. She's a fun dog. She's a good girl. We like her. We love her. Boo Mini, have you played Zelda games multiple times? And if so, which ones? Fun fact. Can I say never? I don't. I have replayed pieces of Zelda games multiple times, as I have done Mario games, Final Fantasies, Metal Gear Solids, Resident Evils, Gears of Wars, God of Wars. Plenty of action, adventure, role-playing, Donkey Kong, you name it type of games. I'm purposely leaving out like Street Fighter because it's a start here and here, the game's over in 15 minutes, and then you replay. It's a very different short-based nature of it, right? But my point is, in these long games, that are like 15 to 50 hours plus. I've actually never gone back and replayed from start to finish my own Super Mario 64 file all over again. I go back into Super Mario 64 periodically over the years, and I bounce around and play in my existing file. I have not gone back into Ocarina of Time all over again and replayed from start to finish again, but in my old file on my classic Nintendo 64 gold cartridge from 1998, I will go back in and play around in that save file from 1998 and sometimes find a new gold Skulltula and here have a new save, which is crazy, like in 2023 or something, you know. Wind Waker, same thing. Like I'll go back and play Resident Evil 4, Metroid Prime. I'll go back in and play some of, but like not start a brand new file. Like I have in my mind that run from here to here, and I loved it, but very seldomly do I ever go back in and like restart a whole thing from beginning to end. Unless if it's like remake, remastered port, something like that many years later, then maybe in that case. So Boom Mini, I hope that answered that question. Crazy Scoth, we're talking about a few things. We started off with some this is the idea of the stream to have like maybe a Monday, Thursday, opposite ends of the video game week stream to talk about video game talk. Tuesday, a little bit of exercise martial arts live session. Wednesday, like a real talk, right? If there's any kind of help or life advice or just, hey, someone to vent to, tell me struggles, and if you want, right? No pressure. If there's any avenue for that kind of like, I could use someone out there to just talk, listen to. And then now we're talking about Zelda. Did you play either or both of the Octopath Traveler games, Joycey? I played the first Octopath Traveler, not to completion, but I liked it. One of those games that, unfortunately, there were a few games over the years that like I bought and didn't play through all the way. And another one is, it feels gross to say, but oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank on the name right now for a moment. Octopath Traveler, I didn't beat, even though I very much enjoyed it. Didn't get around to playing too. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's the other one. I beat Kingdom Battle, loved it. I started playing and got pretty decently far in Sparks of Hope. Didn't beat it. Like, oh man, just a couple of these things that they deserve it. They're good games. And it's not like they are this good and then they stink. And that's why I stopped. Never has that been the case. It's just this good and life happens and like it just stopped. Oh, Princess Peach Showtime. Dang. That's actually a while ago. That one happened when I injured my finger a couple of years ago, and I had the full intention of going back, and I was easing myself back into it. That's around the time that Final Fantasy Rebirth came out too, 7 Rebirth, and like I didn't go back. Still intend to. And I know, Joyce, you like the Octopath Traveler games. And see, then I'm like, Octopath Traveler 0 coming out, maybe play before that happens. Is Video Game News with Polygon Network making a comeback just in live stream format? I think so, the Cringe Prophet. For those that don't know, for a few years there, I had a designated daily almost show. I don't know if you call it a show, but it was like a 20-minute or so video called Video Game News with Polygon Network. And I just collected the top 3, 4, 7 video game stories and just talked about it every day. And it was a lot of fun. And I did that also with video game sales with Polygon Network, as the Cringe Prophet knows. And that was a once a week show, 15, 20-minute talk breakdown on the Famitsu sales charts once a week. And when they would come, the then NPD sales from Matt Piscatella, formerly on Twitter, then on X, now on Blue Sky with Circana, which is formerly NPD. Mr. Black, hello. Boo Mini. Yeah, Octopath Traveler is good. Crazy Scott keeping it real. Pokemon Dan 34. When is the game Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon Paul Gale of Darkness coming to GameCube NSO or Pokemon Coliseum? I want them so bad. Yeah, so I think that Nintendo will release Pokemon Gale of Darkness within the next 6 months. I'm going to give you that. That's just a guess. I don't know. And then they'll do the sequel, Pokemon Paul Gale of Darkness, and then they'll finish it off with Paul Gale or Pokemon Coliseum Paul Gale Network of Pokemon Paul Gale Network of Darkness. Yeah. They got to go through Gale of Darkness, Paul Gale of Darkness, and Paul Gale Network of Darkness. That's what Nintendo and Pokemon Company have to do. Gaming Mariner, do I like JRPGs? Mm-hmm. And if so, have I played Dragon Quest III Remastered? Square Enix did a great job on this game. Looking forward to Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remastered versions. I do like RPGs. I haven't played Dragon Quest III Remastered yet, but that is one that I would definitely consider playing because I know that 3 takes place before 1 and 2, and I'm very excited for 1 and 2. I just got to get around to the timing to sink myself into it, but like 3 looks great. I'm glad to hear that it is, but I haven't played it. You beat Sparks of Hope, but not Kingdom Battle. Crazy Scott. Kingdom Battle came out first. See, so that's just the opposite of mine. Joycey hasn't played Kingdom Battle, but have it and will play it. What about Sparks of Hope, Joycey? Have you? J Views, hello. When you buy too many games, Boo Mini get overwhelmed. Yeah, I know how that is. Crazy Scott's just bought Paper Mario 1000 Year Door today because it was on sale at Walmart. That's cool. How much was it? That's not bad. Did I play any of the Xenoblade games? Yes, Boo Mini. So I played all of them. Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii, 2 on or X on Wii U, and then 2 and 3 on Nintendo Switch. 3 is my favorite. These two right here, Noah and Mio. That story, that gameplay, the Ouroboros, Chapter 5, Chapter 7, the ending. Not many games make me cry out of sadness. Oh, that game had a couple of heartbreaking moments in it. 3 is my favorite. I liked 2 a lot. I liked the first one a lot too. And I liked X plenty, for it being a little bit different. The mechs and the gameplay and the combat, the exploration, how big that world was, all very positive, cool elements of the game. But like 3 did it for me. Oh, yeah, when you get a sale going on and you just buy 8 of them, Mr. Black, I know how that is. Ooh, a final and secret boss, Joycey, on Octopath. Okay, that's something to look forward to. Hey, the chat is going down. Like there's a lot of comments. Now I know what Nate and OJ go through. It's a lot to catch up on. Not hard to buy when they're on sale. Yup. Hoping for this month for Coliseum. Gale of Darkness. Yeah. 8 of them for $75. Yeah, that's the Final Fantasy collection, like 1 through 6. That's a cool one. J Views with a good point. 1 week till Gamescom. Looking forward to seeing more footage of Prime 4 and Hades 2. I think we'll get both games in October and November. Yeah, I think Metro Prime 4 is going to come November 20th. I think that is the date. I think we're getting it November 20th. And I think that a good time to expect Hades 2, October 31st. Let's check it out. What day of the week is October 31st? Is it possible? It's Friday. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Luigi's Mansion 3 came out October 31st. Bayonetta 2, if I'm not mistaken, came out October 31st. Let's see. Third-party dates at Gamescom. Yeah. So Joyce, you did the first Rabbids game. Yeah, that one was Kingdom Battle. The second one is Sparks of Hope. I loved that first one. Oh man, I remember I remember like hopping on right after, like when the credits rolled of Kingdom Battle, just gushing about it. And I was hyped for Sparks of Hope, and I played a little bit of it. Well, more than a little bit, like several hours, but not enough to beat it. Like probably not halfway, guessing, and I just didn't. But I want to. Is Hades not being made physical anymore? Can't seem to find it. Good question. It looks like GameStop has them. $25 right now if you go to GameStop. Available. Are new cartridges being manufactured of the game? I don't know. I suppose the safe answer would be no, considering it's from like September or so of 2020. That's almost 5 years ago. So maybe they're not printing out new Hades cartridges anymore, but looks like they're not sold out around the world and that none are left available, you know. So you should be able to find it. But you apparently have been looking though, so maybe try GameStop? I don't know. When do you think in September we will get the main direct and the 40th and the Mario 40th direct? Looking at September here. You know, what I do like to do sometimes is look at past years, September directs, June directs, February directs, etc., and say what is the most likely, technically likely date, whether it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, what day, what week, what time of the month. And I haven't done that yet with September, so I don't yet know what's a good answer for when I think the Mario Direct will be. Well, looking at September, September 13th is the 40th anniversary itself of it, because that's when Super Mario Brothers first came out in Japan. So it could be that date, but Saturday is that date, so it's not likely. So I'm going to say the 16th, 17th, or 18th will get Mario. Now that puts it right in the middle of the month. So I'm going to go with optimistic me and say, let's go freaking early. Let's go September 3rd, the next Nintendo Direct. Don't have to wait till September 24th or something. No, September 3rd, Nintendo Direct. September 17th, Mario Direct. There we go. 3rd and 17th. Yeah. September 17th also is Charles Martinet's birthday, by the way. So add a little more coolness right there. Yeah. Let me see. More questions? Hold on. Oh, there's a lot of questions. I'm far behind. Release date for FF7 Remake, yeah. Halloween 2, yeah. If you'd like to play the Dragon Quest series in order, okay, here we go. Order. I've played some throughout the years, but let's see. So 11, 3, 1, 2. Oh, interesting. Also, what's your favorite Pokemon game released thus far? X and Y. Mega Evolutions. That did it for me. That was cool. I like the original Blue Red, and I thought, yellow was really cool. I was working at Electronics Boutique at the time that Gold and Silver came out, so I'll always remember that time in like October 2000 as a really cool time. And then the ones before were neat. X and Y, really special. I loved it. And then like Sun and Moon, uh, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, like, all fine too, all good in different ways. And if you want to go on the side, like Gale of Darkness was pretty fun back in the day. Had a fantastic name. Pokemon Snap, I like. Pokemon Tournament, if you want to like deviate from the main Pokemon games. And then some of the like the Rumble stuff and the other titles, but like main core Pokemon games. Yeah, I guess like X or Y. That's my favorite. What's my favorite amiibo that I own? Oh, geez. Hmm. I don't know about favorite, but I'm just looking at the back right now, and I see the Mega Yarn Yoshi. I really like this one right here. Not to say necessarily favorite, just he happened to stick out because he was big. He was bigger than the little Yoshi right here. You know what I mean? Like you got the little Yoshi. This is what you expect, and then you got the Mega Yarn Yoshi. So this was pretty cool. I do like this one a lot. Now I'm just thinking, Boo Mini is gonna like this answer. I like the Boo amiibo because it glows in the dark. So I have some good memories of the glow in the dark Boo amiibo when my son was just a little guy in his crib and like woo, showing him the amiibo and him getting a kick out of it flying. Oh yeah, the Guardian. It's just a nice kind of like beefy figure. So this one's really cool. I think the Metroid one's neat. Squishy material. It's different. I really like Link from Tears of the Kingdom. The Ganondorf one is neat. Uh, the Mario and Peach cat ones are cool. I really like this new Donkey Kong with Pauline. Mio and Noah are cool. Gosh, you all can't even see. Oh no, you can see that one. You can see the third. That's a third party section right there. And there's a lot of cool ones there. The Belmonts. Banjo Kazooie is very well done. Terry Bogard, come on, from Final Fight, not Final Fight, Fatal Fury, sorry. Cloud and Sephiroth, Sonic, Pac-Man, Steve, Mega Man X, Shovel Knight. The first third-party amiibo made was Shovel Knight, yeah. And then, of course, elsewhere, I've got Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter. Oof. Too many cool ones. The 8-bit Mario, Gold Mario, I have a Silver Mario. The modern 8-bit Mario. The Mr. Game & Watch that comes with like 3 or 4 different, alternates. I don't know if I have a favorite. I just spit off a lot of like cool ones. Let's see. Yeah, Daemon X Machina. First one was a Nintendo Switch timed exclusive. I played that one at E3 2017. That was neat. Yeah, sequel looks good. First one ended up being pretty good. Sequel looking even better. Full game on cartridge, that's important. That game looks terrible on Switch 2. Only reason I pick my OLED. Wait, hold on. That game looks terrible on Switch 2. Only reason I pick my OLED back up for it. C2 that. Are you talking about Daemon X Machina? Or which game? Daemon X Machina 2? Let's see. FF Chronicles. Oh, you're answering that one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gosh, yeah. Nintendo Switch ended up having a lot of Final Fantasy. It just doesn't have 13. It has Pocket 15. 16. Yeah. But quite a bit of that franchise is on that system. Let's see. Bomberman chair? No. What's the brand? I'm not even sure what's the brand. I don't know. I don't know the brand. I don't know the brand. I don't know. Oh, bought many games from EB in the mall. That's cool, Mr. Black. Uh, Electronics Boutique was your favorite. Yeah, it was good. EB games. Hoping for August, since Switchforce said no in August, September, I believe. Partially why I need a 1 terabyte micro SD express. Yeah, I know that express micro SD express card more important now than ever before. We need it, especially I was even thinking the other day, like I wouldn't mind buying WWE 2K26 right now, but I'm just circulating still through my current Nintendo Switch 2 launch library still. I finally beat Split Fiction, my wife and I did a couple of days ago, but my son and daughter have yet to beat their respective files, and that's taken up a nice 70 gigs on the system. I had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on it, in which, in order to download that game, I deleted Fortnite temporarily, but then I felt bad because even though my son likes playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 also, he has been playing Fortnite for the last few weeks back on the Nintendo Switch OLED, which he actually likes. He's like, screen's still big, and the battery life is better on the OLED, so pluses. But it is nice to have the faster loading screens and the better looking graphics on Nintendo Switch 2. So I temporarily deleted Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, re-downloaded Fortnite, and then now it's like, well, it'd be nice to be playing some WWE 2K26. But what am I going to delete? Street Fighter 6? No, the game is too live, and I always want it on my system. We just barely got Sagat. Split Fiction? No, because they're not done with their respective files. I'd have to delete, Tony Hawk and Fortnite and Mario Kart World and Fast Fusion, and maybe I'd have space for W2K26. So, I'm just not going to buy it right now. That's what you're doing to the consumer by only having this game digital and game key card. Some just won't buy it. Or they have to buy a micro SD Express card, but the cost for 256 isn't worth it to me because 256 is going to get filled up like that, especially the library of Nintendo Switch games that I want to come over. 512, you're getting there. 512 lasted a good portion of the Nintendo Switch generation. Eventually, I got a 1 terabyte for Nintendo Switch Black Friday sale. Heck of a good deal. Made it worth it. But 1 terabyte is minimum for me for NS2. So I'm just waiting. Now, I can play Refrigerator, and I already have been, but getting more games, oof, you don't want to feel pressure that you have to race through games just to delete them temporarily to buy new stuff and make space. No, dude, I want to have access to things. Do I need access in reality, like 70 games at one time? No, but more than several. Have your physical, make it cost $10 more than the game key card and digital options, and have your digital and game key cards be more affordable. And let people decide, hey, I want to buy a bigger micro SD Express card, or I want to spend $10 more to have a physical cartridge. Give the option. Let's see. What else? Oh, the Yoshi, he is huge. Yeah. What's my favorite graphic novel or manga? I've read. I don't know what's the particular title of it. I love Street Fighter. So my favorite mangas that I have read have been Street Fighter mangas. But these are different than the Street Fighter 2 comic book / graphic novel series from Udon. Udon, they made their own beautiful Street Fighter comics, which I love. And I think that's the best interpretation of Street Fighter in any kind of comic book form. But there have been a couple of companies over the years that have made Street Fighter graphic novels. So those are really nice. I just can't think of the name of this company made it, and this is the subtitle of it, oh yeah, Aaron Wrath, that Samus Aran statue. I love that thing. I have a mini one too. The mini one is in the living room, but this is my main. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. You're gonna get the $200 soon too. Good, good. Well, it's very good. I'm in the have to buy the gotta buy the micro SD 1 terabyte. Yeah, if they had it too, I'd get it too. You know what's ridiculous though? Gosh dang it! You gotta spend $210 for this little piece of plastic, which is half the cost of a whole system. I made this point on one of these live streams in the past. The system with the screen, with these LCD properties and a lithium ion battery inside, and Rumble Tech, HD Rumble buttons, a connector to go Wi Fi, ability to play games, 2 controllers, analog sticks, $450 for all that. $210 for this thing that just stores data. Imagine paying $20,000 for a car and $10,000 for 4 tires. Maybe not the best analogy, but it's kind of ridiculous. Not saying it's not worth it. I mean, the tech is crazy. My first computer was like January 2000 e-machines. How many gigs did it have? 12 gigabytes of storage or something like that. This big old thing with 12 gigs of storage on it. And now you're looking at 1,000 gigabytes. That's a terabyte on something that's this big that fits anywhere. Like, years have gone by, the tech has improved greatly, and the price equivalent is phenomenal. Tremendous value that you're getting, it really is. But to justify spending a couple $100 right now on it is a little the principle of the matter. Wait till Black Friday. I'll be annoyed for another 2 months. I can hang in there 3 more months of being a little bit annoyed. Yeah, I'd buy the physical like that too if it was just $10 more each copy. Whatever, it's okay. You could say, well, after 20 games, you're spending more on the cartridges than you were on the. Hi, we have a guest. Do you want to be picked up? Do you want to say hi? Do you want this? Do you want this? I have to lure her in with a toy because she's being rambunctious right now. She just ran away. Well, Peach said hi, but she didn't want to come up and say like hi. A stinker. If I had food, yeah. Instead, I was luring her with a little Super Mario Fire Flower keychain. She wasn't buying it. JViews got a 512 from Lexar. Plenty of storage for what you need now. How much was that 512? You don't mind me asking, like $80 or something like that, probably. Boo Mini, are those books behind you on the lower shelf or games? Books. I've got some Street Fighter books, Art of Capcom. I've got a Godzilla vs. Kong there. Both Mr. Iwata and Mr. Fizame, Satoru Iwata, Reggie Fizame, their books are down there. There's some comic books down there as well. There's a book that one of my friends published. There's my book. Do you know this? How many of you know this? Boomini. Yes, Peach is in the house. Abdul Yahoo Boy, Musician Sounds, KTN. How are you? Good. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. The last thing I mentioned was thank you for all the likes, by the way. There's 18 likes in here. That's nice to see. And 21 watching. That means most of you who are watching have liked the stream. Oh, let me get back to the book. Yeah, I don't know if I have shared this before. No, maybe one of these streams, one of these days, will be a book reading of Lisa's Great Adventure. This is my children's book that I wrote. Available on Amazon. Not to plug it. Well, maybe a little bit. But yeah, this is a book that I have. published. Digital copies exist, but I'll open up the first page, not to give you any spoilers, but that's what it looks like, right? And you can see, nice little book. Yeah, this came out July 2012, so 13 years ago. Yeah, it's available on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, I think Trafford, Barnes and Noble, Borders, Google Play Store, iOS, Kindle. I said Amazon, that's like the main place. Yeah, it's called Lee Sixth Grade Adventure. If anyone is interested, you know what? I'll type it in the chat. Nobody ever has to buy it. But I only ask one thing. If you do buy the book, I always appreciate a review on Amazon. So I don't ask people to buy the book because I like to be conscientious of people's money spending and stuff like that. But if you bought it already, don't mind reviewing it. Hey, that's a nice little bonus that I don't mind asking. I always appreciate that. Mr. Black, backlog of games like $1,000. Wow. Like the guy in that old fishing commercial that had 100 fishing poles and said, I want it all. You like Tekken? Tekken 3. You mentioned Tekken 3. If you were to ask me, do I like Tekken? I would have said yes. And if you said, what's your favorite? I probably would have said Tekken 3. I didn't follow a whole lot of Tekken afterwards. I got back in a little bit with Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U edition. Though I did play Tekken 7, so I didn't really play like through 4, 5, 6 that much. But I played back into 7 because Akuma got me re-interested in that crossover. And I should like get into 8, but I liked 7. I think 7 was pretty solid. Maybe I would get 8, or maybe I will get 8 eventually. But Tekken's cool. Yeah. J-Views. Yeah, with Amazon Prime, I got it for about $80. Not terrible. At least the last few years. I'm hoping. I think with Nintendo's games, we're safe. We're going to get physical. With third-party games, I think some will start to experiment more and more with, let's do what Paul Gale Network said. Let's just have some cartridges that cost a little bit more and see how it goes. And hey, we're finding some success. But we're still going to get plenty of digital. And that's okay. I don't dislike game key cards. They're just not for me. If my game is going to suck up 30, 60, 80 gigabytes of space regardless on my hard drive, I have no say in it. It's just there. That's a digital game. I'd rather than have the convenience of just being able to bloop, go home, bloop, go over, bloop, enter, and pick that other digital game than get up off the couch, take the cartridge out, go through my cards, put the other cartridge in, put it back in, and push play. I would rather do that. Now, if it's physical on the cartridge and not taking up the space, then yeah, I have no problem going off the couch and running through that whole thing and playing it. Otherwise, if it's going to take up the same amount of space, I'd rather the convenience factor of digital. But for some, game key card is better because you could take that game key card, loan it to a friend. I think if you're in school, middle school, high school, college, university, whatever, or if you're in a work environment that has a lot of people, in the sharing games and stuff like that, then yeah, do the game key card. That's pretty cool because you can also sell it later on. It's not bad. But for me, digital wins over game key card. It's also cheaper because physical, because the game key card, like, you would have to spend more at a store on it because you're going to have to pay the tax. You don't pay a tax on a purely digital game on the eShop. So it's actually like $3, $4, $7 less potentially, Oh, thank you regarding the book. You tried writing a book at 10th grade but never made it more than 2 chapters. You know what? I'll tell you a story on this book one of these days, and that is just like sometimes you just got to sit down and just do it, because as long as it's in your mind, it doesn't do as much good as just doing it. Sometimes it's hard to just start it, but you got to just sometimes really just hop down and go for it. Yeah. I know how that is. How would you describe Astral Chain? Astral Chain is awesome. I'm glad you brought that up, because I loved it. I still love it. I would like to have a sequel. Astral Chain, it's within the realm of Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. It's an action game. An action game with RPG elements, though. It's fast. There's sword combat, guns, lasers, bow and arrows, different, I forgot what they were called, like different beasts. I'll call them beasts right now because I forgot what they were. Astrals. Yeah, astral projection characters that you are linked with, chained up with, and they have different powers, different levels of strength, speed, some slow, some more tank-like, ninja-like, and you could control, your character and them, and you move around. Most of it's an action game, fun anime-ish story. Game also has some slower parts where, you're in like detective mode, looking around. It is like a futuristic police scenario game. Very nice graphics, fast gameplay, good catchy music, motorcycle sequence, awesome. Like I like it, fun. Peach is back. Bless you. Do you want this again? You gotta come up and say hi. She's looking. See, in the future, I will have some food. Oh yeah. Don't be stubborn. Come on. People want to say hi to Peach. Oh, there we go. There's my Peach. Oh, the Peachy Pie. Oh, there she is. Astral Chain. Super good game. Totally recommend it. And now you got Peach. Yeah, see? There's Peach. Let's see. Let me see if I can read a little more. In the future, you can see yourself upgrading to the 1 terabyte or 2, but like you said, it would have to be on sale, or they get cheaper as the years go by. Yeah. Nintendo's also good at not having huge downloads for the games, definitely. Even Donkey Kong, see, that's the thing. Nintendo knows the optimization of their own titles. Less than 10 gigs for a huge game. Very impressive. Third parties could go either way. Yeah, they don't prioritize that much. Peach is a cutie. Doggy, hi Peach, LOL. Peach, you want to say hi? You say hi in the microphone. Wait, can you hear that? What is that called? ASMR or something like that? What does that stand for? I don't know. Whatever. You want to hear dog sounds? Listen to the sound of the pug. Hear as she licks her owner's ears. Listen to the slobber and the grunts of Peach in 4K. We're not streaming in 4K. In 3D audio. I don't know if this is 3D audio. But there you got Peach. Okay, chat, I gotta ask a question. What is this classified as? A small dog, a medium-sized dog, or a large dog? My hands are occupied right now, so I cannot type in the chat. Nintendo's All-Stars. Hello, welcome to the stream. Is she small, medium, or large? Look at this. Okay, see, that's the size. That's the size of Peach. Okay. Look at his belly. What is she? Okay, we got a medium, small, smallish, autonomous sensory meridian response. Yes, That's ASMR. Okay, Peach, are you gonna go down? Bye bye. Oh wait, no. Now she wants. Now she wants Mario. Now she wanted to eat him. Wasn't good enough to lure her onto my lap, but now that he's on the floor, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get that guy. Autonomous sensory meridian response, ASMR. Well, there you got the Peach version of that. Okay, so we got small, medium. Here we go. So, Mr. Black, you are going off of what my wife considers. Well, this is what they say. Under 20 pounds is considered small breed. Peach was that weight, but she's got a little chunk. She's 24.6 pounds or 24.8 pounds. So my goal before was like keep her like under 22 and then giving her just proper food, proper play, tons of running and all this kind of stuff, a little bit of extra food here and there. It was just enough to let her go from 22 to 23 to 24 to like, oh, woo, 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 woo. She's going to want me to play with her. I'm probably going to end the stream soon-ish. I know, Mr. Chicken Lad, you just got here. Hello. But she's going to want to play. We played a lot this morning. But anyhow, yeah. I guess 22 wasn't her fit. I like a good chunky dog. I don't want her to be unhealthy, of course. But, whoa. You want me to pick you up again? You want me to pick you up again? But yeah, I guess 22 just wasn't her weight. It wasn't in the cards. It wasn't meant to be. So I still think of her as a little dog, but her weight, yeah. My wife says, the dog says, I classify myself as a large dog.
She's a great Dane.
Yeah, she's a Great Dane. Her dad is full pug. Her mom is half pug, half we don't know. So my dad said the other half of her mom must have been Great Dane. So she thinks big. You know, she's 3/4 pug, 1/4 Great Dane. Actually, we saw the mom and dad, and the dad was just a pure pug, and the mom looked mostly like a pug, and a little bit something else, like maybe Chihuahua or something. Well, what you doing, Peachy Pie? Oh, yeah, she's talking. She's got tricks. Maybe one of these days I could move the camera a little bit. She could sit, stand, lay down, turn around, dance, speak, wait, and then advance forward to food. Give a high five, a shake / down low, but doesn't really like shaking too much. So more of a down low than a shake, but a little bit of a shake. And then like I put the food into 2 hands and move it around and like pick which hand. So like she's got some cute little tricks. You got 2 toy poodles, Mr. Chicken Lad. That's cool. That's nice. Healthy, and the weight is just a class, Mr. Black. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, she is healthy. She's a good looking dog. I mean, she's happy. What? Peach, you showing off? You want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? She's like, why would you say that if you're not going to take me, human?
Outside?
Oh, you go with Mama. She's funny. She's got to do your next countdown series. Yeah, she was a guest star in... Which countdown was she a guest star in? In the Nintendo Switch 2 countdown series, right? Yeah. Not the direct, but the release of the console itself. No. In the t-shirt one. Man, now I don't know. Because Mario was also a star. Well, a star. Made an appearance. Anyways, yeah. Happy dog. She's good. We played with her plenty outside and inside. These streams are fun. Thank you. Yeah. And just like that, like we're at the... Wait, you got 200 people? No, I don't. Wait, hold on. Are you kidding me? There's not 200 people in here. If all of a sudden you're telling me there's 200 people here, 20 people here. 20 people here. That's a little bit different than 200. Okay, now you're correcting it. Hey, yeah, 20 people in here though. Like, hey, you know what? 20 people, 200 people, I appreciate it regardless. $20, but you count as 180. And that's good. That's good. Yeah. Just like that though. Hour and 5 minutes. Yesterday we went, I think, like an hour 7 or an hour 17 and had a really good time. You know what I want to do? So like I said, there's all these things are a little like you're in the baby steps / very introductory segment of this new attempt to do something potentially, hopefully, like regular, right? So I don't know everything yet of like how to set up this screen, how to make this here and there, and like it's in alpha testing zone. We're live, we're having a good time, but it would be nice that occupying this space on my screen, I could have overlaying like the chat going by, or not that anybody needs to, but like somebody did today, for instance, Boom Mini gifted a membership. So I would have, right here, Boom Mini's name as a thanks. Like, hey, top gifted members of the day, top gifted members of the stream, Boom Mini. Or here's anyone that did so, but like the top one is at top. If anybody did a super chat, for instance, like the top super chat dono of the stream. So you have a little bit of a something, like a little bit of a way to, I don't know, advertise your name, advertise your product. If that's not what you're going for, then just a little bit of a thanks for me, giving you a little bit of a highlight. So you've got that space, that little bit of recognition. So on my screen, though, I have to play with dragging things over. Now, in StreamYards, I'm a little bit more familiar with that, but that is how to do it when I'm like watching a Nintendo Direct. I guess I'd have to go through StreamYards first before going straight to YouTube Live to record. That shouldn't be a problem. Mr. Chicken Lad, what to use to stream? I can send you some simple tutorials to help. Right now, I just clicked YouTube Studio, create, go live. What's the title? Yep, go live, boom. That's as simple as it is. When I have streamed in the past, because I do an occasional Nintendo Direct live reaction, PlayStation, Xbox live reaction, and in that case, I do use Streamlabs because I like to have the video, obviously, of the object and then me in a little bit of a corner. And I would do that a little bit differently here. Yeah, OBS or Streamlabs. Yeah, exactly. Streamlabs is what I use for that. I guess just in the last couple of days of doing this Streamlabs. Oh, here's I have Peach's attention. So on the birthday stream, we happened to do this. Come on. Want this? Come here. I'm not throwing it. You gotta come to me. Gentle. Good. We did super chats for Peach. It was past her dinner time, and she got extra chunk. And that's how she got the extra chunk was, okay, Peach, oh, you're here? And It was it was super chats that got her treats, and that was the happy moment for her. She lived for it. She was a very good girl because she lives for the snacks. And she's like begging people, come on, give this guy super chats. I'm like, Peach, you don't ask for people. That's e-begging. You don't do that. Well, it wasn't me though. It was Peach. Boo Mini, you can't super chat? Really? That's bizarre. You're right. Huh. Even on my end right now, I'm seeing it that you can't super chat. Well, that's really weird. Not that I'm asking, you know what I mean? Like, but you don't have the option. Huh. Well, you know what, Boom Mini? I'm going to give Peach a snack for you because you did a gifted membership, and that's the equivalent of a super chat. That's really weird. You know what? Not that I'm asking for the super chat, but thank you for letting me know that you don't have that access because that's kind of strange. So that's good to know because, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be greedy with people's money and not be aware of, you know, struggles and stuff like that and say, oh yeah, spend money, spend money, spend money. But sometimes people do, like as I like to, you know, I'm enjoying the content of other creators that I watch. So I just am saying, like, here's some money for your work, for your good attitude, the good vibe that you're given, for the work that you do. You know, it's tipping the waiter, the waitress, the individual at the restaurant. So having that option is nice. So it would be nice to know that the option is there in case people would like to, in which case I would say, thank you very much. I am very grateful for it. I appreciate it. Even though I'm not saying, please do it and stuff like that, you know. She? Different story. But thanks for letting me know. That's weird. I don't know why. Would you consider doing a live stream with Nintendo Prime or Player Essence as a guest one night? Oh, almost any time either one of those guys would want me on, I'd be there. I've been on Player Essence's channel in the past for a few podcasts, for a few live streams, for a couple of different talks. With Nintendo Prime, I've been on his old podcast several times, his new podcast several times, several live streams also. So, like, yeah, OJ and Nate, they're the most consistent, best streamers that just every day they're making content, regular videos, and having like several live stream discussions a week. You know, and there are a lot of good creators. You know, Sean RGT85, John Spawnwave, Zach with Switch Force, Andre Seegers with Game Explain, Mike with Mike Odyssey, Andres Restart. You know, plenty of good folks, but the ones that I believe are doing the most in terms of regular videos to live stream ratio and doing them at the high level on both, I don't think anyone tops Nate or OJ. You know, but yeah, I would definitely do a live stream with either one of them, like on my channel if they wanted to come over, or be on theirs again. Yeah, they're both real friends. You know. I have been on Nate's live streams, Pokemon Fan 34. I know you know that. Come on Nate's podcast. Yeah, like Nate invites me basically to be on as many of his podcasts as I can. Most of the time, Wednesday nights is too busy of a time that I can't. This summer, when I'm not working, I have a greater opportunity to. So I have a couple times this summer. In the future, we'll see, depending on my schedule goes. Can I more often than not? You probably have Not enabled super chat. Ask Nintendo Prime. Gaming Mariner says, will you ever do live gameplay on your channel? Oh, I'd like to do live gameplay because that would be fun, but I don't have. Oh man, I feel so brain farty right now because it was just said yesterday. What is that device called that pumps out the signal from your gaming console to your monitor? Someone's gonna say it, and I was just reminded yesterday of what it's called. Capture card. Gosh almighty. See? Capture card. I don't have a capture card. I don't have the setup here. Like I have, my Nintendo Switch 2, for instance, in the living room, in my entertainment center. The whole family plays there, sees the TV, all that. And I don't know, would I have to get another Nintendo Switch 2? You know what, Peach, here. You enjoy this last treat. Pokemon Fan 34 says, hi, Peach. You want to say hi? Okay, she says hi. Yeah, capture card. Do I have to get another dock? Hook that dock up with another HDMI into the TV? Another wall outlet slot and stuff like that. So like, a couple of things there that you're going to get Peach a friend. Her friend should be Mario, but she just wants to eat Mario in a playful way, like pin him down and like, there, I'm on you. I'm licking you. What you gonna do? Mario's like rolling over on his belly on, get off me. I don't want you. My wife probably wouldn't mind having another dog, maybe. But we're also really good with just one, the attention, the time, the space, the energy, the food supply to just one. And any other dog would probably be like too much for Mario. A kitten, though, maybe Mario would respond well to a kitten, although maybe that kitten would flock to Peach and Peach would think of the kitten as her daughter, her son. I don't know. Elgato works great with Switch 2 if you want to start there. Mr. Chicken Lad, PC to capture and TV monitor to play. Need to build a gaming PC too. Yeah, I don't have that. The missus said another pug friend. Awesome sauce. Yeah, she would probably go for another pug. What? Oh, you commented? Oh, Miss. Oh, my wife is in the chat now. Mrs. Paul Gale Network. She needs another pug friend. I didn't read who said it at first. I was like, oh yeah, my wife would agree. So now my wife's in the chat. That's funny. When do you stream again with Nintendo Prime? When you do a stream together with Nintendo Prime, please make sure to ask him how his friend Samus Hunter is doing. Okay. I get that. I get that joke. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Nate's funny. You agree with my wife? We've got 2 dogs. Awesome sauce. They love each other. That's cute. Okay, Peach. I'll let you go down. Bye, Peach. You're a good dog. You're good. You know what? You're a good dog. I've decided today you're no longer a bad dog. She's a good dog. He wouldn't need a gaming PC if he just wants to stream Switch 2 games. He could just use the computer power. You know what? Let's see. Someone mentioned it in the chat. Oh, yeah. Mr. Black said, Paul Gale Network maybe has an enable super chats in the YouTube Studio app. You know what? I'm going to check it out right now. As long as this is not like boring and too distracting or seemingly greedy or something like that, because that's not the goal here. But what's up with the super chats? Oh my gosh. They're now active. They just weren't active? But people have super chatted before. Well, thank you, Mr. Black. Maybe supers and gifts, super chats, maybe they're not active. Maybe you have got to go to your YouTube studio. Like I said, I don't stream regularly enough that, you know, as part of my 9 to 5 Monday through Sunday, it's like, oh, this is how many super chats today, and this is how many gifted subs today, and I'm always grateful for when they pop up, and I try to make, you know, good content and fun content, whether it's the countdowns or the martial arts stuff, or fun photos or updates or polls. No, thank you, thank you. I guess it wasn't activated, and like since it since I don't stream often enough, it's not like, hey, you know what's really weird? Last 3 months, I've been streaming every day, and no one's giving any super chats. Huh? Darn. You know, it's not that prevalent on the mind because I'm not streaming often enough to have noticed that. I did one today, yesterday, a few days ago, and then before that, my birthday one, which was on July 7th, but the stream like July 2nd. So here in the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, I've done 4. But I'm considering, like, if there's a need for it, a want for it, I'll do them more often because they are fun. And like I said, if there's room for it in people's busy lives and schedules, then yeah. Otherwise, there are people that do it with far bigger communities and, plenty of success, and, props to them. But anyways, supers and gifts, okay, they're activated now. I wonder if it got deactivated because I wasn't live streaming enough, so they got like auto disabled or something like that. I don't know. Memberships, though. Yeah, that thing, well, obviously, as Boom Mini showed us, they're active and available. And, we see Nintendo's All-Stars joined 6 days ago. Dank Meme Center X yesterday. Jude Kerman today. Well, thank you for that little, hey, maybe check the YouTube Studio app. Okay. Now I think it's live. There was one more thing that was select. Okay. Pokemon Fan 34, I still can't. Okay, I think now you can. Mr. Black is saying, oh yeah, they're on now. Okay, so I guess a few minutes ago it was, yeah, allowing it. And now okay, now everyone says, now Peach is like, you get rid of all my snacks. How to stop watching and come back. Good. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all for verifying that. Had to get back in. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, like, alpha stages of doing this. On the one hand, I've been around forever. I'm probably one of the longest YouTube content creators in some regards. I mean, January 2006, I think, is when I first started putting up videos on YouTube. It was just very different there. Where, like, here you've got 19 years worth of uploading stuff. It's just, I haven't been a regular daily streamer before, appearing on other people's channels, absolutely, quite often. Just a couple of years ago, Andre Seegers and I, we went to Super Mario Brothers movie red carpet premiere, and we had an awesome discussion later on his live stream on Game Explained of how we liked the movie. And same thing with the red carpet premiere of the opening of Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios, Hollywood. We had a live stream. Nintendo Prime, Player Essence, everybody's live streams. Andre's Restart, been there. Mike Odyssey, of course, with the podcast. So, yeah, but start setting it up all here. And Mr. Chicken Lad, thank you too for the offer to help. Stuck on ads. Well, who else is? See, I know that there's other things that you could do too. Like, you know how cool it would be for me right now to be able to click a button and do the thing that I always enjoy seeing one of my friends do, like, Roger's Base. I think he will do something like this, or Nintendo Prime, or John Sandman, another friend. John Sanders, you might know of him, maybe not. He's on Twitch a lot, but he's on YouTube also. But folks like John Sanders, Rogers Base, OJ, Nate, they might do a raid. I would love to do a raid. You know how cool that would be? Even though I've got 20 people here, as opposed to their couple of hundred that they usually have. So when they end a stream and they find this little content creator who's got like 1 or 2 people watching, and like all of a sudden 70 people of those 200 go over, and you see their reaction, and like, what? Whoa, this is cool. Or another friend, Gale Ruda, when he's doing usually on Twitch, or Vandy, another one on YouTube. Yeah, any of them. I'm just thinking of different cool people. It's so neat to raid. You could do it on YouTube too. I don't know how, but I know that you can. I just don't know how. But you know what? Okay. I think I'm going to end in a couple of minutes. I'm probably not going to be able to find out how to. Oh, you know what? I could do it this way. Oh, Mr. Black with a $4.99 super chat. That came out of nowhere. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you so much. That's super cool of you. So that's what a super chat looks like here. Wait, I've had to have seen it before, right? Well, I don't know. Regardless, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's awesome, Mr. Black. Thank you. No, that's super cool, man. I'm grateful. Seeing that, to me, I'm grateful for the super chat, for you being here, for listening to the stream, engaging, talking, having good ideas. And I think that would be pretty cool to put something right here that occupies this blank wall, not literally, but on screen, that just pops up here. That is like here are the people who have super chatted throughout the stream. Here's the top person who super chatted. Here are the folks that gifted a dono throughout the stream. Here's the person who gifted the most, or something like that. Here's a new member of the day. Like, just something fun, community building, and we'll see how the vibe is, in these coming days. But okay, what I wanted to get at now is, so thank you one more time, Mr. Black. Big thanks. That was my first time too. You're welcome. This is cool. Well, you're welcome for Ruffy at the Riverside. Also, I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you won that. That was really cool. Hope you've been enjoying it. How have you been enjoying it, by the way? Brian C., I'm sure you will get hundreds of viewers. Always entertaining and friendly. Great insights too. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love the talking. So sometimes it's like, Do you think you'll have enough to talk about if there is no major news stories? We spoke for an hour and a half today, and I didn't see anybody saying it was boring. We talked a little bit about gaming, but not of like a big gaming news story. And we just had these 90 minutes flew by for me. And chat looks like you having a good time too. And we ended up having, 20 people in here watching at any one time at most, I think. Maybe it topped that. I'm not sure. 18 people now, 28 likes. So since I think I'm going to wrap up, I don't know the right way to do it. So this is going to look a little bit janky. But let's see. If you are all okay with it, let's see. I'm putting in, you spend what you want to spend in terms of your time the rest of today, right? If you're done with internet for now, that's cool. If where I'm about to recommend you go, you don't want to stay for long, that's okay. But hold on. I'll get my thoughts in there. I'm setting something up because I don't know the proper way to do it, so I'm doing it this way. All right. Okay. Don't click over just yet because you're still here and I'm wrapping up. But hopefully next time you go live, YouTube will actually notify me. Yeah, Brian C. So I'm still tinkering with it, but I'm planning on like a Monday, Thursday gaming stream, a Tuesday exercise workout stream that later on might just go into gaming or whatever discussion, and a Wednesday self-help stream, life advice, general, random talk. See if anybody wants to just vent or needs some kind of help, a hand to reach out, talk amongst yourselves. Me, if I feel qualified or that I could possibly help, I will. If not, I'm gonna just give positive, kind vibes and maybe recommend other avenues to do so. And then maybe eventually we'll get like a timetable in there. Steve-O33, I think it's all about just hanging out, really enjoying and talking together about new games, life, hobbies, movies, etc. A lot of smaller streamers I have watched have built up huge communities just from doing that and being real with their audiences. I'm here for it. Loved your DK Bonanza countdown series. Oh, thank you. And Brian, down to 257 from 343. Holy crap, that's awesome. Shoot, that is cool. We'll definitely enter the exercise stream. See, I like that. There's an opportunity of crossover between video gamers and like fitness folks, and like you could be one of the same. Heck yeah. Way to go. How much is that? 43. That's 86 pounds. Shoot. Yesterday, somebody also shared that they were motivated by my workout streams that I started on Nintendo Prime's channel, and she ended up losing like, I think she said like 56 pounds, and you lost like 86. So like, just know, not only is that badass that you lost that much weight, but you lost even more because what you don't know for sure necessarily is how much muscle mass you gained. So you lost maybe like 95 pounds of fat, put on another 9 pounds of muscle or something like that, and like you're a much healthier version. I was there for those too. Yeah, I know. I'm glad. Way to go, dude. That is super cool. Nintendo's All Stars. I don't need to lose the weight. I need to gain the weight. Hey, some of what I'm planning on doing is kind of low impact. People could do different things, modify the exercise. It's all good. Don't push yourself hard. You'll gain some muscle doing this. If you don't have weights, that's fine. A lot of what we're going to be doing is like calisthenics related things, just body weight manipulation. And yeah, you're getting some exercise, some fat loss. Skip this, skip that. Okay. Part of me doesn't want to stop. I'm having fun talking. We're doing good things. People are here now that weren't earlier. But part of me would like to spread the joy. So if you scroll up a little bit, I have a link with the word for player essence, and I have another link with the word for Rogers base. This is my approach to rating another YouTuber, both IRL friends and real life friends, Roger and OJ. So now you've got that streamer high. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Chicken Lad, you know from class, I like to talk. I like to engage, right? I'm not shy to talk in front of 30 real people, 80 real people, online, digital. This is a different type of fun. This is like Zoom based teaching, but I'm just talking about games. It's a different one of my passions: martial arts, video games. Bomb. I could go on and on about either, especially if there's cool people. If there's cool people like this group right now, you're all being cool in here. You're all friendly, familiar names. Sometimes it's like, oh, a new person. I don't recognize you. Welcome on in. I could talk about almost anything. Hey, you want to talk about like my favorite fruit? Let's talk about food today. You're with the right people, you could do anything. But just because I always think it's so cool when somebody raids another smaller channel, usually. Right now, I'm raiding a couple of bigger channels. Joyce J, of course you're cool. Yes, you're very cool. I'd say, like I said, do whatever you will with your time, but at least for a couple of minutes, hop on in to one of those two links that I gave. Y'all could split it. There's like 20 something people here. Actually, it's going up now. We're up to 21 now. I guess you could say if your birthday is January through June, go to Player Essence. If your birthday is July through December, go to Rogers Base. Some sick emotes. Yeah, we've got some really cool emotes on this channel. Look at that. No other channel will you find a guy holding a Majora's Mask with a six pack. Well, I don't think so. At least that's a PGN emote exclusive to this channel. But for a moment, go over to Player Essence or Rogers Base and just type in like raid from Paul Gale Network. And this raid might be 10 people big or 20 people big or however many of you decide to go anywhere. I'm going to hop into both of theirs right now just for a little bit too, and maybe see some of you there in either Rogers or OJ's thing. And that'd be kind of neat. And if not, that's okay. You don't have to, of course, but that'd be kind of fun. Oh, Peach. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Peach. Maybe I could spend some more time, but Peach wants some company, So I guess. Oh, Peach. Yeah, you heard her. Oh, she's wild. Oh, she is in a. Oh, Peach. Okay. Okay, everyone. One more time. I'm gonna put it right here. I get a kick out of friends reacting to like, what's this raid? And even when it's not friends, people online that are getting raided from friends. Oh, is Roger on members only right now? Hmm. Oh, see, I'm a mod for Roger. Oh, and I'm a mod for OJ. Okay, so I guess that hey, so then I guess let's go over to Player Essence's spot, and maybe I'm gonna go over to Roger too, just to say hi also, even though it looks like y'all can't do that. Mm. So go to Player Essence, put in like uh the Qual one. Hi Sensei. Good to see you. Good to see you. Last time we talked, I guess, was on a game explain. Hmm. Okay. The stream is ending though, but thank you for being here. We're gonna hop over to Player Essence chat, and if you want, you could hop in there for a moment and say something like, "Hey, PGN raid" or something. Okay. All right. Everybody, have a good night or a good day, whatever it is. Good rest of the afternoon. Thanks for being here. Mr. Black, Chicken Lad, the Tall One, Blue Mini, Joycey, J Views, Steve033, Brian C, Nintendo's All Stars, everybody. See you in person, whether it's karate or taekwondo or personal defense or exercising or weightlifting, out and about if you're in the area or online. Take it easy. See you in OJ's chat in like three, two, one. Bye. And I will put up a notification soon, okay? On either YouTube or X or something like that to notify people like, hey, we're gonna be doing this and this is like the schedule, okay? All right. Nintendo's All Stars. Take care, everybody. J Views once again. Bye. Bye bye.